In this episode, we wrap up this building boat frame series with a few observations and lessons learned.
Hi, I'm Bill England of the Ambler Odysseys YouTube channel. I am building a George Buehler design 48-foot wooden trawler yacht here in the Sea Clamp Boat Shed in the backyard of my Summerside, Prince Edward Island, Canada home. When completed, we will sail the seven seas in search of adventure.
Building frame 2, the forwardmost frame of the boat, gave me lots of head scratching to figure out its shape from the chine down to the keel. So let's take a look. Time to get to work on frame 2. Fairly simple in that it only involves 2 timbers, but this cutting the down here, putting the lines on and cutting it will take a bit, but should be able to finish this today. All right, I'm just not feeling the love here with frame number 2. Down at below the chine. Here's the chine mark. The raised shear mark is right about there, so quite a long distance there. You can see here on this orange line how the chine, from the chine down to the keel. Above the chine is the side frame, below the chine is the bottom frame. Here's my keel marks, so the width of the 9 inches width of the keel at the rabbet. For the frames, they meet the keel at the rabbet. This line here is the line between the chine and the rabbet. So this is all excess. This little wedge here is excess. Now on a normal frame, it's not so steep. When you account for the 1 3/4 of the planking, you would actually cut along, not to the outside, but to the inside of the planking. So if I do that, then all of a sudden this becomes the rabbet line, and the rabbet is much closer to the chine than what is laid out in the table of offsets. I think what I might do is just cut what I know is excess off, because it'll give me some lumber down at the rabbet, and then once I get the keel built in frame 2, this is actually going to be the last frame to go on the boat, I'll have a far better idea of what I need to do, you know, if I have to cut it out then, but I'll be able to see where everything lines up. F2 fits to the keel quite differently than other frames. Why this shape below the chine is significant is that frame 2 attaches to the keel differently than the rest of the frames. Instead of attaching to a floor timber, it will be attached to the triangular stem knee itself. Also, the chine planking, outlined here in red, fits quite near frame 2's bottom end. The chine itself will then terminate nestled against the stem itself. Continuing on, the frame was braced and the raised shear cut like the other frames. we are at frame 2, working on the raised shear. Actually, between frames 2 and 6, actually this becomes the bulwark, because the space between these frames will be open, whereas after frame 6 to frame 24, this would, the top of the cabin, the salon would actually go from frame to frame. So same concept, what happens between them a little bit different. Until it is time to attach frame 2, here she will lie. The last 3 frames aft have the shortest chine to shear distance, which results in the raised shear needing not just 1, but 2 cuts to make the shear to raised shear vertical. Here, the raised shear was lined and cut as explained in episode 12. You can clearly see the amount of timber extending beyond the vertical, the shear to raised shear length. The same process to line and mark the first cut is repeated for this second cut. Problem solving at its finest. Adjust, flip, keep adjusting, keep flipping the bevel gauge until nothing makes sense. have 3 stacked double wedges. Linear thinkers would want to build the frames in order from frame 2 to 46, or 46 to 2. But too much linear thinking will fail to build a boat. If you were to consecutively line the frame dimensions, they would simply be too close together to distinguish which line is for which frame. You can see here that the old line from frames 20 and 40 are almost in the same position as 22 and 38. I found lining off 3 frames at a time, one from forward, one from midships, and one from aft, easy to work with. And this is the order I built my frames. Another good practice that quickly dawned on me was to stack the frames in the order that they will be attached to the keel. I ended up stacking the frames into 4 groups, roughly beside where they will be positioned. As I will be starting from aft and moving forward, frame 46 is the first in the aft stack to be accessed. A few viewers asked why I started with the frames and not the keel. The answer is simple: winter. I had finished the boat shed in early January, and it was too cold to start laminating the keel timbers, as the resorcinol-based Cascofen resin needs a temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius to cure. So instead of waiting till spring for these temps, in the boat shed I started with the frames, as the glue used for the gussets required a much lower working temperature. I finished the last frame in mid-June. Perfect weather to start laminating the keel. Speaking of laminating the keel, in the next episode we do just that, with the help of our new bulldog puppy, Toot-a-ly.
For a front row seat on this do-it-yourself boat build project, please like and subscribe to the Ambler Odysseys on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.